Montay, just talk a little bit about it's the first time beating UF in your career. Just
Yeah.
talk a little bit about how it feels to get a win over a rival like that.
I mean, I've heard how it feels to beat a rival team or whatever, but it feels nice. It's exhilarating feeling. Definitely feels good.
In the huddle before the last shot, was it drawn up to go to Devin, or was there some options on that play?
It was a couple options. We were trying to slip towards the basket, but Book was the first option, definitely. Considering how great a three-point shooter he is. So when he got the ball, it was a great look. I mean, we all thought it was going in.
How do you handle late game situations? I know it's still 2 years ago, but without a guy like Snare, without kind of that go-to guy every time in a late game situation, how do you handle as a team?
We got to pay attention in the huddle and execute what the coach draw up. Because we don't have that one guy that has a knack for hitting clutch shots like Michael Snare did.
Have you ever been involved in a game that ended like that?
First time in my life. That was crazy.
That's what I was gonna say. You're watching. What's like going through your mind?
I mean, when I seen him go for the rebound, I thought he had a rebound. I guess it just slipped out of his hand. I don't know how to explain it, but I was just happy. First I was looking around like, did that happen? And then I saw the scoreboard change. I was like, oh man, we winning. I started going crazy.
Have you ever, just at any level, have you ever tipped in a shot for the other team accidentally?
No, I did it for us to win, but never like that.
Do you have to feel bad for the guy a little bit as a competitor?
Oh, as a competitor, definitely. He plays extremely hard for them. He's like the hardest soul of their team, so I know that hurt him pretty bad. He made great plays for them all night. Just the way luck is sometimes.
Down the stretch, it seemed like you got some big-time contributions from the two freshmen, XRM and Phil, both either making shots or getting rebounds, making free throws. Can you just talk about kind of what you've seen from them over the last few weeks?
Oh, they're definitely they're starting to come into their own for the most part. I mean, more experience, more games on their belt. Coach Ham's starting to trust them out there in those situations, and they're responding greatly.
What were you guys talking about amongst yourselves down the stretch of that game? I mean, it wasn't the cleanest game ever, but you guys, are fighting back and forth. I think you guys went up by 5, those 2 possessions, and then they kind of had those 2 plays right then. I guess, what are you guys just talking about amongst yourselves as you're in that situation?
We're talking about staying together, sticking together through adversity, which is something we've had to do all year. So all they did was just keep us close together and go out there and execute whatever the coach was calling, or no matter what's happening, we stuck together. That was the main thing.
Is there anything that sticks out about a game like this that you guys take away that you can I don't know if you learn, but that plays in for the rest of the season?
That we can find ways to win even when things aren't going as great as we want to be, or circumstances change in the middle of the game. We can still find a way to get a win.
What was the difference between 12 turnovers in the first half, only 3 turnovers in the second half? What was the difference offensively in terms of being smarter with the ball or the movement?
We just settled down. I mean, first half we was, all excited. Bunch of new guys, all of us out there, ESPN game, everybody got the adrenaline flowing. So that first half we were just real hyper. The second half we finally calmed down, got into our own little zone, come to press offense.
Is that something you think you got another SEC team coming up on the road, and then of course ACC. Is that something you can take with you?
Oh yeah, definitely. We know from now on in the first half we got to figure out a way to stay calm and make great plays, because we're not going to always have an opportunity to win like we did today, making those mistakes.
Thank you.
No problem.